For centuries, since the beginning of time, some things are beyond legend. Right before your eyes.
To find the one who can save the human race.
To keep us safe.
To protect the city. To save them. To save Earth. To save the world. With a destiny so strong. There's only one woman.
There's only one hope. There is only one.
She has been chosen for the better, for good,
for honor, for hope, for justice, for liberty.
One decision, one leader, one weapon. Only one will rule them all. Sensational. There's only one woman to save the world.
93.5 FM Sovereign Radio Station. Yours truly, HRM Queen Salvacion Legaspi Y Espiritu Santo at your service. May buntag, dakbayan sa iligan, atong mga listeners, nganhi sa atong stream live. We are now in a live stream with our radio 93.5 FM. Maayong buntag kaninyon tanan, mga kahigalaan, kapatid, maayong buntag ug ani ata magpadayon ta sa atong mga programa karong buntaga. Ug atong pagabation ang atong mga kaubanan nganhi una sa Royal Castle Palao Barangay Unit. Ang akong staff, si Baidikay Mukoro, our administrator, Bai Sheriff Castillon, si administrator of the Ministry on Justice. Greetings, magpadala sa inyong greetings po by Michelle Daligdig, Iking Guerrero, our technical staff, the head of the Ministry of Information and Communications Center, King Salvador Hans, with John de la Peña. May buntag kaninyo og ang atong mga kaubanan nganhi sa Sovereign Republic of the Philippines, Ground Zero Grassroots, Sergeant Raul Minding, Rodmar Guevara, and also we have here Ramil Guevara and staff. Greetings also and good morning to Jan Ang. Labi na gyud sa atong mga Sovereign Patriots sa dito kalan Zonal Barangay 1 at Maria Cristina dito kalan Iligan City in the City of Salvation. Maayong buntag kanyo tanan. Og ako pong gustong pasalamatan si Engineer Rudy Katubay, si Kuya Kunoy. Magandang umaga sa inyo tanan. Bro Ju Gomez, og sa kanhing dakbayan sa Iligan, nga mga kanhing namumuno kay lagi kining 44 barangay ato naman ni siyang gi-consolidate. Mga kaigsunan ko, aron mubarog ang Sovereign Republic of the Philippines Ground Zero Grassroots nga ang promulgation of the 1987 Constitution na promulgate na po the mission and vision of the 1987 Amendment Constitution is to raise and reign sovereignty, Kingdom Filipina Hacienda, whereby the Republic of the Philippine Corporation is now under quo status quo expands non-existence, posing to be a government when they are not. May buntag kaninyo tanan tigpapaminaw og ato sang pagabation ang atong mga listeners karon. Justlet Gimelga Cabellos from Negros City, Michael Ramelit, may buntag kaninyo tanan mga listeners nato. Bai Ranita Kabugwason o Bukidnon, may buntag kanyo tanan og si Sovereign Patriots Jerry Castillon, may buntag kanyo tanan. Bai Michelle Daligdig, the Daligdig family, Rowena Daligdig, Jefferson Sanito Daligdig, Bai Belen de la Peña, Sian de la Peña, and especially to our chieftain sa Palao Barangay unit nga gideklarar karon ang Maria Cristina Zonal Barangay, Josephine Alahenio, may buntag ug ang atong mga kaubanan Major Kabakuna, also Blas Altameros, and if Baidikay and Sheriff would be available, they will see them here in our live, so they can also help hosting this program. Baidikay and Michelle Daligdig, who will help me in posting our sovereign issues. Mga kapatid, I have very good news for you. What is coming is we will make our exclusive episode how this nation will reign, how Kingdom Filipina Hacienda declared the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines. We will also ato sad ni siyang buksan the final conclusive of the story how the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines is being promulgated. And I would like to greet our Sovereign Patriots in Misamis Occidental, whereby our station is being aired global. Major Ronnie Cadilina of Usamis, I would like to read his greetings to all of us. And this is what he said. Greetings to Her Royal Majesty Queen Salvacion Legaspi y Espiritu Santo, Queen Regent Magistrate Conqueror at HRH King Salvador Hans Legaspi y Espiritu Santo, and to all sovereign patriots of Kingdom Filipina Hacienda, Autocratic Sovereign Monarchy, Republic of the Philippines, greetings. This is sent by Ronnie Cadilina of Misamis Occidental. I would like to spend this moment to take time now to greet our audience who wanted to be greeted in our program, especially this program now is owned and operated by the Sovereign Crown, Kingdom Filipina Hacienda, for the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines. Today is August 2nd, 2022, live with Her Majesty Queen. Main buntag kaninyo tanan sa atong mga listeners o sa atong mga nanonood diri sa 93.5 Freedom Radio. Maayong buntag, maayong buntag. Ug karon gusto nako nga ako unya pong Sheriff Fanny Castillon, perhaps you would like to say something and greet our listeners on the 91.5 Sovereign Station. Nibarog na ang dakbayan sa kaluwasan nganhi sa Kadastri 292, malaya na ang inang bayan. Soberenya na ang iligan. Atong gi-self-empower ang atong katungod under the rule of law and the rule of court, since the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines is being adopted, including the rule of court, which is Republic Act 3815, and the rule of court of the 1987, that is, they are only up to August 22, 2004. That is being adopted. Now rises the highest tribunal, Supreme Court of Kingdom Filipina Hacienda, under the Ministry of Justice of the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines, mandated and appointed administrator. We have here Sheriff Fanny Castillon. Sheriff Fanny Castillon, perhaps you would like to share.
Good morning.
And also some advancement information to our listeners. Magandang umaga sa iyo, Sheriff Fanny Castillon.
Okay. Maraming salamat and very great morning to you, Your Highness, Queen Salvacion Legaspi Y ESPIRITU SANTO, and to our King Salvador Hans, sa atong administrator ba idikay, sa tanan natong mga kaubanan diri sa Royal Sovereign Crown. Maayong buntag, maayong gabi o maayong hapon kung asa man kamo sa sulok ining kalibutan. Your Highness, this is now in the promulgation of the transitory provision of the 1987, now the existing Constitution. As provided in the transitory provision under Section 25, it provides that after the expiration in 1991 of the agreement between the Republic of the Philippines and the United States of America concerning the military bases, foreign military bases, troops, or facilities shall not be allowed in the Philippines except under treaty. Your Highness, I would like to give emphasis on the said treaty. The treaty is an agreement between parties, which is the Treaty of Paris or Treaty of Peace 1898. When the treaty would not be promulgated and would not be rendered effective, this is now that the world is in chaos. We are governed by a federalism, which is not a government. It is an NGO. So as provided by the treaty, has already expanded after 1991 because the 1991 local government code is already ensued. Meaning to say that after the treaty has already expired, automatic, ipso facto, ipso hori, mubarog na ang government de jure. Because the Treaty of Paris or Treaty of Peace 1898 provides that it is a mere civil interim administration that the U.S. had given or extended to the Republic of the Philippines. Meaning to say that the Republic of the Philippines was a mere extension of the federal system of the USA. So under lang po ang Republic of the Philippines under the US Peace Treaty, that it provides that in the said treaty, the US would have to turn over to the lawful government once that it has already expired. Automatic po, upon the expiration, mubarog na ang sovereignty because it is the mission and vision of the 1987 Constitution seeking sovereignty. Kaya nandyan po ang local government code na ang magpabarog after it is mandated by law that the DILG has made it the devolution of the national government to the local government. Autonomy. So, the DILG is mandated to empower the said law. The devolution, ang paghatag og authority sa local government unit. Local government unit. There is only one that would appear in this time by virtue of law, by the rule of law and of the rules of court. Isa lamang
Thank
po
you very much, Sheriff Fanny Castillion.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Okay, let's also welcome Lisa. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay po, Your Majesty. So, isa lamang po ang unit. So, ang sinasabi doon sa ating batas, sa ating preamble, we are praying that the sovereignty would appear. So, hinahanap po ng local government code ang sovereignty. By virtue of which, the Office of the President, through the National Commission of Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act, gimandato na hanapin ang sovereignty, ownership. Because
yes,
under
thank you very
the rule
much,
of law. Yes, Your Majesty.
Okay,
Because
thank you very much.
Of law.
Let's continue. Now, I'd like to
Opo.
greet Jing Caballeros. Maayong buntag po, Her Majesty Queen Salvacion Legaspi Y Espiritu Santo at King Salvador Hans sa kanatong tanan nga nagkahiusa. Magandang umaga sa iyo from Negros. Magandang umaga sa inyo. Eto din, meron din tayo kang Ting Art Balinsag Tutin watching from Gilholngan City, Negros. Good morning to all Sovereign Patriots. At meron din tayo dito si Mary Jane Duyak at sending our greetings to our 93.5 Sovereign Station, nakikipagkaisa sa atin from Negros. Good morning, HRM Queen Salvacion Legaspi Y Espiritu Santo King Salvador Hans Legaspi, Bai Dikay, Bai Sheriff Fanny, and to all Sovereign Patriots watchers and listeners, good morning, God bless. Thank you very much, Mary Jane Doyak. Magandang umaga. At ngayon, we will move forward with Baidikay Mukoro. Baidikay, it's your turn now. Take it away.
Thank you so much and good morning to you, the Majesty, Queen Salvacion Legaspi, Espiritu Santo, ug diha kanimo King Salvador Hans, maayong buntag sa ato ang tanang Sovereign Patriots worldwide. Since na great naman ni Majesty kaganihan, no? So maayong buntag ingon man sa atong first timers listeners sa ato ang radio 93.5 FM. Sobrang niya na ang inang bayan diri sa Iligan. Welcome kamo dinhi nga maminaw sa among programa kada adlaw with our very own the Majesty Queen Salvacion Legaspi Y Espiritu Santo. We are live sa ato ang Kingdom Philippine the FB page, Ministry and Information and Communication. So akong gihangyo ang tanan nga to stay tuned, no, kay gwapo kayong atong mga topic karon with the Majesty, the explosive or conclusive sovereign issues in the reign of the sovereign crown, Kingdom Philippine Hacienda that declared the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines. So back to you, the Majesty, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Baidikay Mukoro or admin. Thank you very much, and my moderator, my co-moderator. Maraming salamat, Baidikay. At ngayon magpatuloy tayo sa ating programa, sa ating ipapaalam ngayon sa ating mga kapatid kapatiran that Baidikay had mentioned that very soon we will make a profile sa ating conclusive. I will make an episode separate para yun na lang ang aming ipamahayag sa ating social media, sa ating 93.5 Freedom Radio in regards to sa ating palatuntunan. At mabuti naman, marami tayong mga listeners ngayon from other side of the country, Mindanao, Visayas, and Luzon. From ito si Florentina Tamparong. Good morning, Her Majesty, watching. Maraming salamat sa inyo, kayong mga tagapagpakinig sa ating mga programa. Magandang umaga. At also, I would like to greet Dodong of 91.5 Freedom Radio. I'm sorry. Madali ako makalimot sa mga taong pag na kasi, I have to have a direct contact with Dodong Flores. Magandang umaga sa inyo. At Baidikay, ating mga kapatiran din dito sa Dakbayan, sa Iligan, na ngayon a City of Salvation, na ating mga listeners and watchers here in the city, kindly greet them too. I would like to also greet my sister Faye Legaspi, watching us. Magandang umaga. And to my sister Minda, I hope you get well soon. Just not a little bit cough and cold, you know. I love my family, but it's time now to really embrace sovereignty. Magandang umaga sa ating mga listeners and also sa ating mga kaibigan, kahit na ating mga kalaban. Magandang umaga din sa inyo. Para sa lahat ito, bakunado kayo o hindi, this program, either bakunado kayo o hindi, you need to know your constitutional rights. Do not give up. Kahit na bakunado kayo, you still have the right to fight your civil and human rights. Yan, nandito tayo ngayon ang Sovereign Republic of the Philippines is to preserve our civil and human rights. We, the sovereign Filipino people. So, sa sinabi ko na, sa atin ang dalawa na ngayon ang ating gobyerno. Parang dalawa. Ang langit sa lupa ay lumabas na. Nag-appear na. Nabawi na natin ang Cadastri 292. Na yun ang ginawa nila sa Executive Order 292. Administrative Code, whereby the Philippines reduces their governance from civil administrator to corporate entity. Yan ang 1987 Constitution, my dear friends. So, ang 1987 Constitution is reducing the civil administrator to corporate administration. Iyan ang ating problema ngayon, mga kapatid. From time to time, since we own this station now, I would like to also greet some our patient Sovereign Patriots watching our live program. To Homer Odyssey Santa Maria, he sends our greetings and peace and love to Her Majesty from Davao City, and to our King Salvador Hans Legaspi, and to all Sovereign Patriots. Yan ang kanyang greetings to all. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Homer Odyssey Santa Maria, sa iyong pamahayag dito, at ang ating mga continued listeners from our live program. Ngayon, mga kapatid, ito ngayon ang gusto ko ngayon, nakation tayo na ang Iligan soberenya na. Dahil ang Iligan soberenya na, sovereignty na, ibig sabihin, tumayo na ang New Palao Barangay Unit. That the unit is only one entity. When we say promulgated na ang Republic Act 4136. Pag sinabing promulgated na ang 4136, mga kapatid, ibig sabihin lumabas na ang barangay unit. That is the rule of creation of barangay as the basic structure of political unit. Now, ang question is, sino ngayon yang nakaupo na hinalal? Sino yang nakaupo ng hinalal ng mga tao? Anong nangyari ngayon? Dalawa na ngayon ang kaharian. The kingdom of God, the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines, is the divine government versus Federal Republic starts at the ground zero, confederated barangay. Kaya mga kapatid, sa darating, meron na silang notification na pinadala. Walang eleksyon na darating. Sinabi lang nila, they say it very softly. Canceled. Canceled. Walang barangay SK. So kung walang SK barangay, confederated barangay kasi yan, wala ng eleksyon. Kung walang barangay, walang mayor. Kasi ang mayor is under NGO federal. Ngayon, ang pinakamaganda ngayon, mga kapatid, we will spill the beans. Eto yan ngayon. Natanggap nyo naman talaga eh. Kayo lahat, the local government offices here in Cadastri 292. Since Cadastri 292 illegal, certificate, ano yung Cadastri? Certificate of Ancestral Domain. Isa-isahin natin anong ibig sabihin ng Cadastri. Certificate means land rights, land title, ownership. Yan ang certificate. Cadastri means ancestry. Ancestry means ancestral land. Patrimony of the nation. Ang yutang kabilin. Time immemorial. As far back memory reaches. Kaya mga kapatid, itong Republic Act 7160, ito, the rule of creation of barangay, ang hinahanap nito in order to create the unit. Kaya hanggang ngayon, ang ating bansa, ang nangyari, gulo-gulo. Mag-google kayo, kaya ang gulo, pati Google, gulo-gulo-gulo. Mga kapatid, ganito yan. Republic Act 7160, 384, 385, 386. Ano ibig sabihin? One person, one instrument for the constituency of all. That the 44 barangay is all canceled, revoked, consolidated into one unit. Ang hinahanap dito is the metes and bounds of indigenous rights, territorial rights of jurisdiction. Section 56. Anong sinabi ng Section 56 of EPRA 8371? Ownership of land as far back memory reaches. Ibig sabihin, as far back memory reaches. So, kung as far back memory reaches, ibig sabihin, mga kapatid, kaya dito naitayo ang Garden of Eden. Na iyon palang Cadastri 292. I-explain ko sa inyong mabuti yan. Na ang Cadastri 292 is actually naka-earmark. Talagang nakatakda ito. na ang ating mundo nagkaganito dahil ang mga nakatakda sa ating panahon ay kailangan ma-reveal na. We are now in the time of revelation. So, ang ownership pala ng lupa, saan magsimula? Kasi, pinopromulgate kasi natin ang 1987 transitory provision. So, transitory provision, iyan ay mandated. Hindi na promulgate dahil hindi nila natumbok. Hindi nila matanggap. Kahit nasabihin natin, natanggap na nila ang ating dokumento. Hindi nila matanggap ang ating dokumento. Bakit? Adversary kasi. Adversary. Kasi pag tinanggap nila, ang akala nila, makulong na sila because they have defied the Constitution. They are under breach of Constitution. Dito lang, sa EPRA 8371, sila lahat, hulog lahat, ang nakaupo. Dito, sa ating bayan ngayon, they are all under usurpation of authority and dominion. Usurpation. So ano yan katapat din ng usurpation? They are all persona non grata. They should be driven away from the city because they have no rights of jurisdiction. So ang section 56 of the existing property rights regime, ito ang nakasulat. Property rights within the ancestral domain. Ancestral domain is patrimony of the nation, my dear friends. So, ancestral domain is not grant. There is a big difference between grant, stewardship, trustee, sa ancestral land. Anong sinabi? Property rights within ancestral domain already existing, time immemorial, and or vested upon the effectivity of this act shall be recognized and respected. And also would like to greet Armando Mesteo from Cotabato. Thank you for listening. We have a lot of work to do. You have to learn all this information that is being revealed to you and to all para kayo ay makabarugyod mo sa inyong katungod. Each one here has to self-govern since we declared the self-governance, self-determination article, section 13 of chapter 4. So, we are actually empowering the self-governance, self-determination of EPRA 8371, chapter 4. Anong sinabi? Self-governance. The state recognizes the inherent right. Inherent. Talagang hindi nyo inherent means nasa puso, nasa diwa yan, ano? Inherent right of the international cultural community. Sino yung international cultural community? Ito ngayon, ang Cadastri 292, empowered self-governance, self-determination, mga kapatid. At ang sinabi dito, and self-determination and respect the integrity of their values. So the state, the satanic government, federal, they have to respect the integrity of their values, practices, and institution. Consequently, the Republic of the Philippines Federal shall guarantee the right of the international cultural community of time immemorial to freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. So, Anong ibig sabihin mga kapatid? Sa sinabi ko na Republic Act 7160 and Republic Act 8371 under the rule of law and the rule of court of the 1987 Constitution on the local government na ito ay na-ratify na ng Congress. So na-ratify na ng Congress itong Republic Act 7160. In doing so, the Republic Act 7160 is already repealed under separability clause kung ano man ang mga magamit natin sa ating pag-declare nitong sovereignty na ang iligan. Since dito mag-umpisa ang lahat, kaya tayo ay nanawagan sa buong mundo. Dito sa ating bayan mismo, ang titigas ng ulo ng mga tao dito. Sa bagay, mga kapatid, kayong mga taga-iligan, nakasulat na kayo sa Biblia. Kaya, baidikay in case, Major Ronnie, Kadilina, pag nakita nyo, iyang, dito sa iligan, walang makakatanggap na propeta. They cannot accept the prophet in this city. I am the last prophet. I am the only living prophet that will exist in our time. So ngayon, ito ngayon, ang Republic Act 7160, meron na yang repelling clause. Dito muna tayo sa separability clause. Separability clause. If for any reason or reasons, any part or provision of this code shall be held to be unconstitutional or invalid, other parts of the provision hereof, which are not affected thereby, shall continue to be in full force and effect. So, bakit yan? Anong nangyari? Bakit yung separability clause ang local government code? Local government code, Article 13 of the 1987 Constitution. Bakit yan? Palabas mo ba, Idikay, yung repelling clause. Bakit yan? Kasi ang local government code also I invoke, I repel all the local government officials, lahat ng local government officials per 1987 Constitution na ang legislative, executive, meaning mayor or presidente, yung inyong vice mayor, sangguniang panglungsod, from here in this city down to the decentralized Republic de facto Philippines. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Kasi ang Republic Act 7160, Section 534, is waiting to be repealed. It only can be repealed if the existing sovereignty, if the sovereignty will appear and declare governance. Because the government is sovereignty. The government is territorial rights of jurisdiction with the people, with the sovereign Filipino people. Because I declare the sovereign Republic of the Philippines. Mga kapatid, tapusin ko itong pagbasa nitong Republic Act 7160, Section 534, Repealing Clause. Batas Pambansa bilang 337, otherwise known as Local Government Code. Executive Order 112, 1987. Ano yung Executive Order? Executive Order 292 of Republic of President Aquino, late Aquino, reducing the Philippines to a corporate entity. An executive order. Lahat ng mga executive order ng presidente, ng inyong mayor, local government, is all repealed. Executive Order 319 of 1988 is hereby repealed. So, sino ang na-repeal dito? Yung namamahala sa corporate charter, corporation, under Executive Order 292 of President Aquino. So mga kapatid, walang satanic government dito sa langit, sa lupa. Wala. Ito lang ang tumayo ngayon. Divine government. So, ngayon mga kapatid, anong nangyari ngayon? Dito sa, I am in focus. Focus lang muna tayo dito sa City of Salvation. When I say City of Salvation, City of Zion, ito yung redemption time. Na-redeem na ang Iligan. Iligan is bankrupt. Iligan is ruled by NGO without territorial rights of jurisdiction kasing ginamit nila Batangas. GR something 525 yung executive order. Batangas ang ginamit nila. Ka mga walang hiya, ka mga baboy itong namuno dito. In-check na ngayon. Kasi CCP. Kasi ang federal, mga kapatid, the Republic of the Philippines, federal, is under CCP. Chinese Community Party. So naging insect dragon na itong Iligan. It will be owned and possessed. O utang na naman sila. Bakit may pera ba sila? Who owns the land owns the gold. I own the gold. I already had printed my money. We have our own currency. Global reset. Kaya ngayon, itong Agosto na ito, umpisa na. Global reset. Kaya ito ngayon, mga kapatid, dito tayo ngayon sa Section 10. Unauthorized and unlawful intrusion. Iyan ngayon ang kasalanan ng mga nakaupo dito sa inyong bayan na kayo din na mga nakatira dito. Nagkasala din kayo sa Diyos. Kaya magbasa kayo ng Biblia. Isaiah 1, chapter 1. Basahin nyo rin buo ang introduction ng Isaiah, the book of Isaiah. God already is reprimanding us now. At kung sa huli naman, sa Isaiah 66, ito yung Kadastri 292. Heaven is my throne. Earth is my footstool. Kaya, ito ngayon, ang 12 region from 1 to 13 exact region 10 kasi ang region 10 kasi mga kapatid ito na ngayon ang mother province. It is occupied by the mother province, where is the central government, sentrum, para bang sa ila sa Luzon, NCR. Kasi ang NCR does not exist anymore. NCR doesn't exist anymore. That's why they said it is de-revolutionized. So, ngayon mga kapatid, so Isaiah 66, ito na ngayon, heaven is my throne, earth is my footstool. Ito ngayon tayo sa section 10. So, sino ngayon ang nangyari? Anong nangyari ngayon dito sa ating bayan? itong lahat sila who administer, who thinking they have jurisdiction. Wala po sila lahat. They have no authority whatsoever under the rule of law and the rule of court. Wala po silang authority. So ito ngayon, Section 10, unauthorized and unlawful intrusion. Intrusion upon, or use of any portion of ancestral domain. Kahit man lang kapiranggot, wala kayong karapatan, wala kayong lupa, na kahit anuman, nagiging intruder kayo dahil itong Cadastry 292 is being occupied by the Sovereign Crown, Kingdom Philippine Hacienda, declared autocratic sovereign monarchy. So ngayon mga kapatid, eto ngayon, basahin ko sa inyo. Any use or portion of ancestral domain or any violation of the right herein before enumeration shall be punishable under the law. Furthermore, the government shall take measure to prevent non-ICC. Sino yung government? The existing government. Ito ngayon ang Sovereign Republic of the Philippines transitory provision declared by the sovereign nation. Anong sinabi? The government, so ako na ngayon, may transition. So iyan ngayon si Marcos. Pag-usapan din natin yan si Marcos Jr. Dahil pag-usapan natin yan later, iyang Presidential Decree 2030 ni President Marcos. Basahin natin muna ito. Tapusin natin itong Section 10. Kasi itong Section 10 is dedicated here in Palao Barangay Unit, invoking the 44 barangay to be canceled. No election, my dear friends. Kaya ito din, panawagan din natin ito sa lahat ng radio station dito sa Akbayan sa Iligan. Even in the social media. I am warning you that you are not going to expose false news. Anyone who actually bring false news to this city will issue someone to appear in our court, highest tribunal, Supreme Court, or even under the Ministry on Justice for Sovereign Republic of the Philippines. So, eto ngayon ang ating dagdag nito. Furthermore, the government shall take measure to prevent non-ICC IP. Sino man yung non-ICC IP? Yan yung inyong posing to be a government, federal NGO. These are all under criminal act, persona non grata. Sabi dito, measure to prevent non-ICC IP from taking advantages of the international cultural community IP on our custom for lack of understanding. Mga waybuot, mga ignorante sa batas. Pero mga kaigsunan ko, walay kapasayloanan, ignorance of the law excuses no one in compliance therewith. Republic Act 386, Civil Code. Makinig kayo, kabayan. So, ano ngayon dito? So, ang iyang mga corporate de facto, Siao, Superman, Chairman, Mayor of the Federal Republic, here at Ground Zero. Sabi ng ganito, for lack of understanding of law to secure ownership, possession of land belonging to the said international cultural community. So mga kapatid, kaya wala kayong, do you have a secured ownership that you rule this city? This city is God's autonomy, God's land, invoked by Kingdom Filipinas and for the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines, Ground Zero Grassroots Community. Dito nag-umpisa, Zonal Barangay, Maria Cristina, dito kalat, by Chieftain Josephine Alahenio, greetings to you. Kaya ngayon, mga kapatid, ito ngayon, mandated ito ng state as a policy. Section 9, this is now the responsibility of the ICCIP to their ancestral domain. Ano ang sabi dito? International cultural community occupying a duly certified ancestral domain shall have the following responsibility. Ano yun? As Republic Act 7160, we are actually now invoking the Palao Barangay as a unit under local government code. Ito ngayon, Section 384 to 389. So, anong sabi ngayon sa responsibility? Aking responsibility. My responsibility as the queen, as the ruler, as the administrator, chief administrator, and regent, the conqueror. Yun ang ibig sabihin. Anong sabi? International cultural community occupying a duly certified ancestral domain have the following responsibility. A, maintain ecological balance. To preserve, restore, and maintain a balanced ecology of the ancestral domain by protecting the flora and fauna, watershed areas, and other reserve. So lahat what is attached to the land is all under the maintenance to maintain the balance of ecology in our ground. Lahat ng nasa lupa na kailangan natin gagawin para mabalansin natin ang ecosystem, para mawala na yung sinabi nilang, ano yung sinabi nila sa may sinasabi silang term dyan eh. Green, yung green, something like a green echo. Anyway, let's
Green
continue.
Revolution.
Ano yun?
Green Revolution, Your Majesty.
Green Revolution.
Green Revolution.
So yung Green Revolution is HARP. This is an artificial creation by the Illuminati. So, sino yung Illuminati? They are the greatest conspirator. They are the head of the New World Order, whereby Philippines is just one of the tentacles. All government, national, international governments are all domained by the Illuminati tentacles of the octopus. But we already had declared to repel it. If you want to be saved, work with us, join with us. If you don't, we will respect it. That is your will. We don't force anyone to follow. That is against your will. then I will be subjected to God. I don't want to answer for you from my God, my Creator. Then B, Section 9B, restore denuded areas. Denuded, mga watershed yan ha. Tingnan natin anong sinabi. To actively initiate, undertake, and participate in the reforestation denuded area. Ano yung reforestation? Kasi reforestation kasi ang ating watershed, ang ating mga ilog, ma-preserve natin ang watershed if the trees, ang reforestation, we have to stop cutting trees. DENR, where are you? Take note. You will continue to serve sovereignty because you will be under the ministry of the restoration of the land. So you have your job, you have your duties, and they had been acknowledging, by the way, past about 2009, the DNER here in Iligan with Dato, I think Dato, I forgot, Maruhum Sar somehow. They actually acknowledge. I will look for that file. It will take time, my dear friends. We will share that with you one day. So anong sabi? Restore denuded areas to actively initiate, undertake, and participate the reforestation of denuded areas and other development program and project subject to just and reasonable remuneration. Ano ba din yan yung sinabi ditong restoration din yun? Pati ang paggamit nyo dyan sa lupa, dyan sa mga watershed natin, denuded. Kailangan hihingi kayo ng pre and prior informed consent. Huwag kayo na basta lang kayong tumatanggap ng ating ng negosyo dyan na lumabag kayo sa batas ng Diyos. Itong EPRA 8371, mga kapatid, batas ito ng Diyos, God and country, in the restoration of our land because the land is under curse. Di nyo ba alam? Pag curse na ang lupa, curse na rin ang tao. Kaya kung titingnan nyo sa ating Constitution, number 1, makita nyo preamble. Preamble is our prayer to God and country that we have to promulgate the ordained Constitution, we the sovereign Filipino people, that the administrator of this land take an oath to preserve, protect the rights of the Filipino people ordained under this Constitution. Kaya ang Section 1 of our 1987 Constitution, alam mo ba kung ano? Ang lupa. Bakit ang lupa? Kasi kung walang lupa, walang gobyerno. Kung walang lupa, walang tao. Yan ang pinakamasaklap na tanggapin nyo. Dahil we are now in the restoration of our government. We are restoring the lost Constitution. We are restoring the lost paradise, the Garden of Eden. Look at, folks, our city. Our city is full of garbage. Ang kawawa dito, alam mo ba sinong kawawa dito? Yung ating mga basuriro. Grabe kayo, mga kriminal kayong nakaupo dyan. Sa bagay, ang mga insect, ang ginawa lang ng mga insect dito is to suck in our resources and bring it to China. Yan ang totoo. Tingnan nyo nga ang Chinatown. Any place where Chinatown is. is the most dirtiest place diyan sa Manila. Pero tingnan mo ang American base. When America occupies Philippines, tingnan nyo ang Subic Bay. Tingnan nyo ang Pampanga. Tingnan nyo itong Iligan kadati na inookupahan ng military, na ang mga base, military base, nandito pa sa Iligan. Anong nangyari? Ang ganda kaya ng Mumungan? Ang ganda kaya ng Baloi? They were all occupied by the military. Where Camp Overton. Alam mo ba yung Camp Overton? Nandyan ang 2nd Mechanized Brigade. Tingnan nyo, nandyan pa ang original Muhon. May Muhon dyan. Bago kayo umakyat papuntang Marawi, makita nyo ang Muhon ng 2nd Mechanized Brigade, Ground Zero Grassroots. Kaya yung 2nd Mechanized Brigade dyan, you are already defunct. You are already defiant. You are already under criminal. Because the armed forces of the Philippine organization took up to defend and protect sovereignty, the motherland. And where are you people? Including you, Charter Philippine National Police. Bakit? Basahin natin itong Section 9C. Anong nakasulat sa Section 9C? Observe laws. To observe and comply with the provision of this act and rules and regulation for its effective implementation. So, I already ruled the city when I declared December 22, year 2020, that I ruled this city. I occupy, answering the information of the Presidential Action Center under the letter I sent to the Office of the President, October 9, 2020, in my declaration, in my occupation here in this city, providing the President of the Philippines ownership certificate notarized under the sovereign crown. Thank you ba, Idikay, sa inyong palabas dyan. Nakita nyo, makikita nyo if you are in the live program dito sa ating streamline. Mga kapatid, makita nyo KFH Live. Ang ating streamline, StreamYard natin, makikita nyo sa ating MIC yan ha, under MIC, makikita nyo. Yan, makita nyo. Grabe, no? Yan ang original Muhon. Kaya yung Muhon, PU, Public PSU. Yan ang PSU, Muhon, sa 2nd Mechanized Brigade, certifying that the ground zero starts here in Iligan City, not in Luneta, where they put Dr. Jose Rizal. Na iyong monumento sa Luneta ni Dr. Jose Rizal, giniba na nila yan eh. Wala na silang respeto dyan. Nag-create na sila ng malaking konsonhi, ng konsonhi building sa harap ng Luneta. Mga walang respeto, mga persona non grata. Walang respeto sa ating bayani. Now, ito ngayong military, sovereign armed force of the Philippines already occupied yung 2nd Mechanized Brigade that is now empowered by the Queen, Regent, and Magistrate. Regent means conqueror. I already conquered the city and the world. under the power of God vested in me and the authority vested in me, declared in this nation, mga kapatid. So, kaya observe law. Anong sabi? Observe law to protect, respect, and comply with the provision of these acts, rules, and regulation for effective implementation. So, we are now in the implementation. We are now in the recovery of our lost dignity na ilang giyatak-yatakan niya ng mga hayop, mga satanic government of the Federal Republic dito sa ating syudad, headed by Executive Order Chairman siya Mayor Siao. Gusto ko ring sabihin, maidikay, gusto kong ilabas mo yung House of Representatives HR Bill number 4054, which is represented now, signed by Representative Bill Monte per committee report 495. I call it Executive HR House Bill 495. So ano yang HR House Bill 495? Yang HR House Bill 495 is an act separating the city of Iligan from the first legislative district in the province of Lanao del Norte to constitute the lone legislative district city of Iligan. Gusto kong i-explain ito sa inyo, mga kapatid, because it is very important. This information is like a gift to you that Christmas is coming because God already has birthed the Holy Spirit, the Redeemer, the Messiah. Yan ang Messiah. The greater than Jonas, the greater than Solomon, the Queen of the South. Ito ngayon, mga kapatid, i-explain ko itong act na ito kasi alam ko, hindi naintindihan ito ni Congressman Siao. Mas lalo na, hindi ito naintindihan ng Congress-elect ninyo, Rehinsya. Kaya nung pumunta siya sa Manila, anong nangyari sa kanyang Congress Department? Zero. Wala siyang magawa doon. Kaya umuwi ka na. Kung saan ka man ngayon, Rehinsya, umuwi ka na sa dapat mong uwian. Dahil dito sa Iligan, walang congressman. Dahil nirepel ko na. Huwag ka nang magsayang ng panahon. At kayo, dyan sa City Hall, Federal City Hall NGO, bumaba na kayo lahat. Walang pera lalabas sa inyo. Lahat ng pera lumabas dyan. Puro nakaw. Kung meron mang lumabas, ninakaw nyo ang pundo na naman. Ang binayad ng mga buhis ng tao, iyon ang gamitin yung pera. What gives you the right to use the taxes paid in this city? Ni piso nga, hindi nga ako kumuha. Akong may-ari sa lupa. Kaya kayong mga tao sa bayan ng Iligan, malaki din ang kasalanan nyo sa Diyos. So, uulit-ulitin ko to. Ano ang HR bill sa panahon ni Congressman Siao, which has no effect kung ano man ang mga ginawa niya since inelect nyo lang, because the Constitution is being conspired by the President, Senate, Congress, and Judicial. Conspired and corrupt. Anong sinabi dito? An act separating the city of Iligan. So, ito akta. Gisiak ang Iligan from the first legislative district. So first pala itong legislative district, kay itong Iligan walang gobernador, mayor lang. Sa panahon ni Kabili, municipal city na. Municipality. Sa panahon ni Camilo Kabili, late Mayor Camilo Kabili, itong Iligan, municipality, makita mo yan. Ipagpakita namin iyan. Gagawa kami ng aming exclusive episode dito sa lahat na aking mga sinabi, because this will be a documentary report. This will be sent email global to inform everybody para itong mga kriminal na kaupo dito. Kasi sinumon ko na rin lahat ng elemento, earth, wind, fire, and water, and all human resources is being called upon to act on the declaration of this new heaven and the new earth, the Alpha and Omega, the Queen, the Regent, and the Magistrate. Ito ako nagsalita sa inyo ngayon, mga kapatid. Ano ngayon ang sabi? Ito. So, itong province of Lanao del Norte, kino-constitute ang lone legislative district of Iligan City. So, lone meaning gi-separate. Bakit? Kasi ang Iligan City, Cadastry 292, holding the Certificate of Ancestral Domain, Patrimony of the Nation, sa EPRA 8371, Section 56. Ito ang hinahanap. The native land. Native means time immemorial. Ang paraisong nawala. Iyon ang ibig sabihin, ang glossary ng EPRA 8371 ng native land. Ang atong yutang natawhan. Ang yutang natawhan sa mga taong time immemorial, 144,000 people of Israel. Na hinyang Israel, Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Ismael. Kasama si Ismael. Kaya, ito ngayon tayo. It's a multi-tribe of Israel. Hindi na Israel ha. Mahal na likha sa mga mahal na likha. So, ngayon, ano itong act? House Bill na ito. Lone District. Ang sabi dito, sabi, be enacted by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the Philippines, Congress, assembled. So ito, pinirmahan ito. Grabe, ito ang pinakagrabe na ginawa sa panahon ni GMA. Kasi ang pumirma nito original is PGMA, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Section 1, ano ang definition ng lone district? Mga Iliganon, makinig kayong lahat para walang makulong sa inyo. Kasi baka kayo ang makatrespass. Lahat kayo kulong. Kayo ang nagkasala ng trespassing. Hindi ang queen, hindi ang holder ng buong mundo ng mapa. Mahiya kayo, mga walang hiya kayo, mga kapalmuks kayo. Tapos iyan pang mga nasa social media, no? Mga maritis kayo. Maritis at paritis. Okay, makinig kayo. Kaya dito ang radyo, makinig na kami ng radyo. Pag kayo'y nagpadala ng false news, all your radio station will be closed. I will instruct Joey, the head of the NTC, to close your station if you continue to send false news to this city. You will be locked down. You have, first of all, you have to register your radio station here in the Royal Crown Sovereign Republic of the Philippines. Dito tayo ngayon sa Kingdom Filipina Hacienda. Autocratic sovereign monarchy, the central sovereign government where the government begins. The highest political government unit, dito mag-umpisa sa langit, sa lupa. Kung hindi nyo naintindihan yan, Tagalog na yan. Hindi yan English, ha? Saka, kahit ako mahirap mag-English, Englishin ko, kaya ko rin. Dahil, ang sa akin naman, kahit Bisaya, Tagalog, or English, kung sabihin mo naman na ang grammar mali, ang spelling mali, pakialam ko. I am here to send the message to you. How I send it does not matter. Because I am sending you an order coming from God Himself. My Creator. My God. Siya ang aking Creator. Ako ang sulong kaluluwa. Working on this soul journey. Lone journey. So, ano ito ngayon? Section 1. Lone Legislative District. The city of Iligan is hereby separated from the first legislative district in the province of Lanao del Norte to constitute the lone legislative district of this city, Iligan, which shall commence, magsugod, which shall commence in the next national election after the effective of this act. Kailan ito na effective? Pinirmahan ito, by the if you can find it, pinirmahan ito ni President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. In the year, I don't have it here with me. Later, we will actually ibigay namin sa inyo kung kailan ito. This must be signed in 2000, in the year 2000, by PGMA when she became the President of the Philippines. Ito yung first enacted. Signed, pinirmahan ito niya. Siya ang nagpirma, hindi lang ito basta kasi pag sinabing House Bill, kailangan ito, na-review ito ng Congress, na-review ito ng Senator at napirmahan ng Presidente. Dahil ito, pinirmahan ng Congressman, pinirmahan ng Senador, pinirmahan ng Presidente. This is a very important order, executive order. So ano to ngayon? So ngayon, itong election, kaya ang last election nyo, 2004. Nung huling tumakbo si PGMA na hindi na siya nakapasok dito sa Dakbayan sa Iligan, nung nag-campaign siya sa kanyang full election kasi nangilog man siya o kuan pagka-presidente, yang giilog ang president seat ni Joseph Estrada. Yang giilog, ni bantot na yan, bansot, yung putot na yan, iyahang giilog. Pila may iyang height? 4'1" man na siya. Midget, no? Midget man na siya, 4'1". Kaya kanang iyang lingkuranan sa Malacanang, ilan nang naamputlan ang tiil. Kaya nga naman, magbitay man ang iyang tiil sa normal nga chair. So they have to cut down the chair. Ganyan siya. So ngayon, ganito yan. Magalit sa akin, then sa harapin niya ako. Matagal na ako, 2011 pa. Nagpadala na ako ng letter sa Senate na I want a dialogue with President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. Tapos, sinagot ako ni Bistoyong, yung Senator Bistoyong. President Duterte, kausapin ka raw ng Queen Salvacion Legaspi y Espiritu Santo. Hindi niya, marami yung mga paatik-atik na busy siyang utot. Sorry lang ha. Bakit? Kayo lang marunong magsabing magalit? Hindi naman ako nagmura. Pero sinabi ko lang yon na sinabi ko mga ungas kayo. Mga hungog. Bakit? Oh, Diyos, siya, kanya naman lahat eh. So ngayon, ganito yan. Second, so ang eleksyon na pala, dito tayo ngayon sa section 1. Itong eleksyon, after Gloria Arroyo was all unconstitutional. Pero kung sabihin man natin, dahil meron kasing prescription period 10 years. So, kung 2004, ang LRA Act 496 is already terminated under the rule of law and the rule of court, yan yung Section 25 of Article 8, Amendment Transitory Provision. USMG Treaty and the Republic. Wala na silang karapatan dito sa Pilipinas, more so dito sa Dakbayan sa Iligan. So ngayon, ang sabi dito, wala nang eleksyon. Kaya itong mga nakaupo ninyo dito, grabe kayo. Kaya kayong mga taga-Iligan, ang laki ng kasalanan nyo. Kaya kung darating ang biguan, kung sino mayon, bato-bato sa langit, ang maigo masakit, nandyan na lahat ng mga kalamidad na darating sa atin dito, i-explain ko yan sa Executive Order 8 ni Mayor Siao, nga mo yung kog Siao, kay nga naman, joker kay siya, pareho na siya ni joke no, mga joker. Karon ganito, Section 2 of the House Bill 495 or House Bill number 4054. Anong sinabi? The incumbent representative. Ito yung panahon sa time ni Bill Monte. Kasi yung si Siao was already parang part lang siya ng conspiracy, kagaya niyang noon panahon ni Mayor Siao na nilagay nila si Soong na sa indigenous kasi hindi man pwede sila makapagpatuloy nang walang indigenous. Walang lumad, kay kinuha nila si Soong. Si Soong lang ang natambok, Rolando Soong lang ang natambok. Walay teritoryo, walay yuta. Kasi gusto nilang gi-conspire nila ang akong rights. Kaya alam yan ni Attorney Salibay. Attorney Salibay, one day I will invite you. I will invite you because you are the legal counsel of the Lumad here in Iligan. And they are all under conspiracy. Tapos meron pa yang Lumad daw dito. Yung sino yan? Yung King Kuluban Group. Yung King Kuluban Group, ano bang pangalan ng ano? Maharlika yata eh. Yung ginamit nila, Maharlika Tribe. Maharlika Tribe, wala. Yang Maharlika, kaya ako nang gamitin yan. I will invoke one day. Na yung Maharlika, ipapakulong ko yun, gumamit ng Maharlika na walang H. Mahal na likha, not Maharlika. Ano yan, lika? You're lost people. Kaya tinawagan ko, kayong mga tao ni King Kuluban. Kulob na si King Kuluban. Nandun siya sa penitentiary sa Davao. Transferred na siya. And he will never get out in the jail. At tumigil na kayo dyan, mga king ninyo dyan, na walang teritoryo, usurpation of authority. Akala ko ba, alam niyo ang EPRA 8371? Bakit? Meron ba kayong titulo? Gadugang mo sa labad sa ulo diri. Everybody here is removed. NCIP is removed. DILG is removed. Meron na yang warrant of arrest. At saka, naka-flag na yan sa Gazette. Yan si DILG Bagwani. Ikaw susunod si Aw. Kaya umalis na kayo. Kayo lahat. Puro kayo mga persona non grata. So balik tayo, Section 2. Kasi alam mo kung bakit ko hina-highlight itong House Bill. Kasi itong si Superman si Aw, wala kasi silang teritoryo, ginagamit nila itong House Bill HR 495 ni Siao not knowing na lalo silang, para ba silang bang, they're digging their own hole? Nagpapakita lang sila sa kanilang pagka-ignorante sa batas na itong HR bill, holy ito. This is for God and country. Na after election nung nanalo na si GMA, yung Hilo Garci, true Hilo Garci. Nung nanalo siya, wala nang eleksyon ang Pilipinas. Lahat, kahit na si Duterte, ang pagka-presidente ni Duterte was unconstitutional. Kaya anong nangyari? In his time, lockdown ang Pilipinas. Bago siya naalis, lockdown na. Nawala na ang pera. Kayo lahat, vaccinated na. Pabaksin na kayo lahat. Mark of the beast. Wala akong magawa. Siya kasi ang Diyos nyo, di ba? Sinabi din niya, ako ang Diyos. Dalhin ko kayo sa impyerno. Mauna kayo. Susunod din ako. Sabi ko, saan? Sabi ko, Duterte, nasaan ang teritoryo nyo? Solar system. Wow. Solar system, ang teritoryo nyo. Hindi dito sa Iligan, ha? Mahiya ka sa sarili nyo. So, ito ngayon ang section 2. Basta kung balik-balikin to, kahit na matapos itong radyong ito, dito lang tayo, then I will nail you here in this HR Bill 4054. Ito ang sinabi. Incumbent representative, so meaning si Congressman Belmonte in his time, he is the first and the last. Kaya yung Siao na yan, zero. More so yang si Rehencia. Kaya sabi, the incumbent representative of the first legislative district in the province of Lanao del Norte shall continue to represent the said district until the new representative of the lone legislative district of the city of Iligan shall have been elected and qualified. Anong sabi? Qualified. Wala siyang qualified, qualification. Kasi, maalala niyo ang time na itong Iligan, 13 na lang kabarangay dahil kinuha ng mga Muslim. Kinuha ng mga Muslim ang 44 barangay. Nilusob ng mga Muslim. Kaya out of 44, nakuha nila 31. Grabe. 31 nakuha sa Muslim. Sa Islam, 13 ang nabili. 13, no? Kung itotal mo, 44. Grabe. Grabe talaga. So, ang 31, nakuha ng Muslim. Tinirhan lang ang Iligan ng 13. Kaya nagkagulo-gulo. Kaya dahil dito, pumasok uli itong si Belmonte. Ni-reiterate itong Lone District. Kaya ang sabi dito sa Section 2, when qualified, what is the qualification of Siao when in the time of Belmonte? Ano na tumayo na itong Sovereign Republic. Alam niyo ba? At na-declare na ito 4th of July 2014. Na-declare na to, we take our government back. Sovereign Republic of the Philippines, ang inang bayan, malaya na. Mga hungog ninyo. Alam nyo kayo mga pulis dyan sa Nunukan, ang laki na kasalanan nyo. Maliban lang, meron ako dyan isang pulis na magaling. Yung investigator nyo, I like him. There is few in that Nunukan that I can appreciate. Bilaber. Si Bilaber, actually, I can appreciate him. Well, let me greet first. Itong si Maria Lynn de la Cruz from Tondo. He's watching our program. Greetings to you. Maria Lynn de la Cruz. I'm sure nanood din itong si Lopez. Nanood din sa atin. Sinong nanood? Itong si Jocelyn. Jocelyn Dayok. Ato lang basahan lang kadyot maidikay sandali. I'd like to acknowledge them since I'm trying to take our time. Jocelyn Borilla Simoldan Doyak, greetings to you from Bohol. Good morning, HRH Queen Salvacion, King Hans, and all Patriots, Cadastri 292, God's autonomy. Hear all people to avoid more tragedy. Listening here in Bohol, traveling to Tangub City. Safe trip, Bae Jocelyn. Magandang umaga sa iyo. Okay, patuloy tayo. Baidikay doon sa ating HR bill. So yung HR bill natin sa section 2, naghahanap ng qualified. Wala nang qualified. Bakit? Tumayo na ang inang bayan. 4th of July 2014. You like it or not? Dahil nung October 15, 2015, October 29 or 15 of 2015, I already declared one world government. Kaya iyang new world order, hindi rin yan makatayo. Dahil una akong nag-declare ng one world government. I tried to give the entire OCT 01-4 except Region 10. Binigay ko yan kay President Obama 2009 para kung mag-declare sila ng one world government, it will be a legitimate government. Hindi nila pinansin. Kasi bakit? Ang balak pala nila, New World Order, federal. Bakit? Dahil federal na sila eh. Tumayo na pala ang federal. Noong 1950 pa lang, nakatala na ang Pilipinas na maging federal. Kaya itong Cadastri 292, ancestral domain, ginawa nilang charter ni President Elpidio Quirino noong 1950, signed August 11. Kaya itong August 11 is a very crucial, important timeline natin. This is the 72 years. Baka ito din ang sinabing 72 elders na hinahanap. Itong elders pala, hindi elders, yung time na leader. Ito siguro ang hinahanap. Kasi, elders kasi, every year is one elder. Akala nila magpalit-palit ng elders. Hindi, alpha omega yan. So, ngayon, ganito. Ito ngayon, ating section 3. Basahin natin ang section 3. Section 3 of the House Bill 4095 per Committee Report 495. Anong sabi? Repealing rules on regulation. The Commission on Election shall use the necessary rules and regulation to implement this act. Wow, grabe, no? Mga kapatid, gising. Dakbayan sa Iligan, gising. Bakit yan? Dahil sa sinabi ko na sa inyo, wala nang presidente, wala nang senador, wala na rin congressman. Dahil ang under the rule of law and the rule of court, dito ay ang reigning queen. God's chosen, God's elect, not elected by man. Na under the Article 9, Commission on Constitution, na ang Constitutional Commission Article 9 on its common provision, na ito ngayon, kaya magkasama dito, itong Commission on Election at saka DepEd. Kaya nakita nyo ang DepEd, DOH, DepEd, and Constitution, ito ngayon ang mga magkasama sa nag-conspire sa rights ng motherland and the sovereign Filipino people. Ito, they are playing dirty. Kaya mga kapatid, grabe. Sinabi ng Section 1, the common provision. Sabihin ko lang nito, I'm only going to read 1 and 2 dito sa Article 9. Babalikan ko yan, Baidikay, yung ating HR bill. Ha? Ito ngayon, basahin ko lang itong Article 9, Commission on Constitution. A, common provision. Section 1. The Constitutional Commission, which shall be independent, are the Civil Service Commission, the Commission on Election, and the Commission on Audit, COA. So, COA Education, kayo magkasama kayo. Kaya ngayon, itong Commission on Audit, Commission on Election, and Commission on Education, malaki ang problema nyo dito sa Iligan at sa buong bansa. Kaya nagkagulo-gulo. Kita mo ang Commission on Election, sinunog nila, nasunog ang Commission on Election building sa Manila, sa Intramuros, nasunog. Bakit nasunog 2 days ago, if not yesterday, 2 days ago? Nasunog. Bakit sinunog? Kagaya din yan noong 2000, kailan yun? 2017. Nung pinadala ko na ang writ of quorum sa buong central government, local and national. Quorum, meaning they have no more rights to operate. All documents are all expunged. Kaya sinunog nila ang Bureau of Lands sa LRA. Sinunog nila. Hay, naku kayo talaga. Ang laki na kasalanan nyo. Pero, takot ba ako? Hindi. Kayo ang matakot dahil ang buong bayan, this document, this airtime, is sent global. International Court of Justice, sa lahat ng embahada, padala to, local and national. Kaya you better embrace sovereignty. Kagaya ngayon meron sila, itlabas ko sa inyo yan, parinig ko sa inyo, na sinabi dito na pag natapos itong live stream natin, we will send you the news about the President's declaration regarding dito sa International Court of Justice, dito sa election. So lahat ng ano nila para malaman mo dahil i-digitize natin yan. I-digitize means we will actually i-segregate natin at ating intindihin lahat ng mga ginawa nila para transparent government. Ito ngayon ang Section 1. The Constitutional Commission, which shall be independent, and our Civil Commission, the Commission on Election and Commission on Audit. Section 2. No members of the Constitutional Commission shall during his tenure hold any other office. Kailangan wala silang other office or employment. Neither shall be engaged in the practice of any profession or by the active management or control of any business which is in any way may be affected by the function of his office. Nor shall he be financially interested, directly or indirectly, in any contact, in any contract with, or in any franchise or privilege granted by the government. or by any subdivision, agencies, or instrumentalities, including government-owned and controlled corporation and their subsidiary. Bakit itong Section 2? Itong Section 2, I already execute a writ of execution, possession, and demolition order by the third alias and the Supreme Court, third division, already execute sheriff's writ order under this order of the third alias. Yan ang totoo. So, balikan natin yan. Dito ngayon, yung Commission on Election. So, C, the Commission on Election. Bakit kasi ang ginawa natin, inumpisahan ko na itong documentary to. We will cut and paste na to. Ano? So, ito ngayon, ganito ang nasabi nitong Rule 3 na the rules and regulation kasi kaya pala ang ating election is electoral tribunal. Tribunal means sa tribo, highest tribunal. Supreme. Sa Supreme Constitution. Under the supreme law of the land. Managed by the sovereignty. Kingdom, Pilipinas, yan the autocratic sovereign monarchy. They should have request a free and prior informed consent that they wanted to have election. But nobody did. So ngayon, magbayad kayo. Under this constitution, ang sabi ay ganito. Section C, Commission on Elections, Section 2. The Commission on Elections shall exercise the following power and function. So ano ang function nyo? Section 2. Ito ang sabi ha. Exercise exclusive territorial jurisdiction. So naghahanap ng exclusive territorial jurisdiction. Kaya ito ding Republic Act 4136 sa LTO, naghahanap din itong exclusive original jurisdiction. Kasi bakit? Ito sa Patrimony of the Nation, hanapin nyo kasi ang ownership. So ngayon, ini-invoke ko na ang ownership. Nag-occupy na ako dito sa Cadastry 292, God's City, God's Autonomy. So dito ngayon, kaya ini-invoke ko, I already sent a revocation to the third division at saka sa second division and the third division of the Supreme Court warrants the cancellation of the COMELEC and the presidential-elect Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos and all elected official, special here in the city. Ito ngayon, mag-ingat kayo. Bumaba na kayo because the Queen, the Regent, the Magistrate now is ruling this city and the nation. But, mga kapatid, unahin ko muna kayo dito sa Iligan. Mahal kayo ng Diyos eh. Kaya dito muna tayo maglinis. Dahil mahal kayo ng Diyos, allow us, ito gagawin natin. Ngayon, ganito. Tapusin ko lang itong HR Bill 4035. Then, ang sabi, importante na yun, repelling clause, Section 4. All laws, lahat ng batas, rules, lahat ng rules nyo, rule of law, rule of court, and regulations inconsistent with this act na hindi daw sumasang-ayon dito sa act na ito, itong Lone District. Grabe, langit sa lupa ito, God City, God's Autonomy, napakahuli, napakabalaan pala nito. Wala nino man, ni isa man sa Federal Republic of the Philippines na naghahanap. Iba ang hinahanap nila, pumunta sila kung saan-saan. Iyan ang ni-require nila. Sa mga barangay nila, naghahanap sila ng titulo. Hoy, hindi nyo na makita, nandito na sa akin, dinideclare nyo, hindi nyo ba alam? Talagang mga hungog itong mga taong ito. Ngayon na lang, dahil nasa clarificatory factor na tayo eh. So I'm trying to clear all these things, these issues, so that the city, the people here in this city is free. You can do anything you want, but you have to follow the rule of law, of the sovereignty. You don't have to wear mask unless you want to. Kung gusto nyong mag-wear of mask, you do so. But I urge to those who have not received the vaccine and booster, do not do so. Walang booster. Walang vaccination dito. Walang tuglo sa langit. Ang ginagawa natin ngayon, exorcism. We are extinguishing all the evil force that occupied in this city. Iyan ang ginagawa ko ngayon. Kahit nandito lang sa angin, I can rule, control, and organize the declaration of self-governance, self-determination, of God's sovereignty, God's autonomy, because I already summoned all the elements to now protect God's people, to protect those who are sincere in service of God and country, not defiant. For all the defiant becomes persona non grata, and that is a criminal, and you will be driven away from this city. So anong sabi dito? All laws and rules and regulation inconsistent with this law are hereby repealed, amended, or modified accordingly. So ito ngayon, andito na. This bill is cancelled because there is no more congressman. There is no more president. Kung walang barangay unit, if you do not belong to a unit, there is no confederated barangay. There is no federal mayor. There is no president. There is no Congress. There is no legislative. Everything now is under status quo. So kung sino man yun ang nakaupo, let them. And let them allow, like in Bohol for instance. In Bohol, Hagna, they had understood, they are willing to understand and embrace sovereignty. If they're able to do that, then I can start the Hagna Bohol. Yung mga Liedo family, the Liedo family and the Rufino family in Hagna Bohol, I'm very familiar to you people. So, yan ngayon, kasi isa yata sa mga officer nila is also Liedo. Now, ngayon, patuloy tayo ngayon. Section 5, effectivity. This act shall take effect 15 days after the publication of at least 2 newspapers in general circulation approved by the government of the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines. Kaya meron na tayong Tribunal Gazette. Meron tayong Tribunal Gazette, Mindanao Post. And later we really will have our own official Tribunal Gazette of the Sovereign Republic of the Philippines declared Kingdom Filipina Hacienda. Mga kapatid, ito na muna ang ating gagawin dito sa ating hindi kami nagpapaalam, papatuloy muna kami sa mga kapatiran natin na nanonood sa ating live stream, we will continue, but we will also to the people that wants to also to live, because we will very soon, we will also I think we have to also close the live program. We will open it again next time, Paipikay, when everything will be reset. But for now, after our program, gusto ko lang ipaalam sa ating mga listeners dito sa 93.5 Sovereign Station, malaya na ang inang bayan. Soberenya na ang iligan. Aming ipalastalastas, aming ipalabas ang panayam ni President, declaration ni President Marcos. Yung in regards to dito sa sandali lang ha. Paibigay, take it away. Then I will remind our friends.
Okay, Your
Take
Majesty,
it away.
thank you so. Yes, Majesty, thank you so much. Daghan kayong salamat sa kanunay ninyong pagsubaybay no sa ato ang daily program, of course with our very own the Majesty Queen Salvacion Legaspi Espiritu Santo. Kaubanan po nato dinhi na labi na kay King Salvador Hans, of course kanunay po siyang nag-antabay sa ato sa ato ang technical department. Siya ang nag-head din nila. So ang katong giingon nimo the Majesty katong sa bilateral agreement and the USMG agreement treaty nga i-turn over atong ambassador sa Amerika, mao to Majesty kang
Yes, let's do that.
President
Yan
Duterte.
ha.
Yes,
Yan ang
okay.
number one na ano. And second one, pag natapos na yan, when I have time, yan ang gusto kong ipalabas natin in our next issue. Dahil ang gagawin natin ay we will create a clarificatory factor, documentary, under legitimate constitution. Atin yan i-digitize. Yan. The next is, ito yung sinabi kong, ano ang ibig sabihin ng DILG? Disaster nitong unconstitutional president na to. Ito ngayon ang sabi naman dito, sa Manila Bulletin ito ha, nasabi dito, meron yang link. Pakinggan natin yan. Whichever comes first ba idikay. Nasabi, kami naman po ang maniningil. Lapas, Mayor, appeal to PBBM for more fire truck. So regarding fire truck, pero marami ito. Hindi lang ito ang maraming mga important issues. Dahil yung mga other issues, let's actually concentrate at focus natin itong dalawang issue na ito ba itikay. Babalikan natin yan later today para bukas pala, i-replay natin bukas, doon natin ngayon i-dissect. Dahil itong ating documentary, mahimo ng episode 1 itong ating programang ito. In today's August 2, 2022 will be our first episode na ating binigay na ang clarificatory factor dito ngayon sa House Representative HR. This is not an autonomy. This is a law prescribed that God's city, God's autonomy will rise and reign in this city. So, iyan ngayon ang ating gustong ipaalam at gusto kong magpapaalam na rin at Baidikay, ikaw nang bahala yung mga nag-send sa atin ng ating mga greetings, ang ating pagpaalam that they are here listening to us at pakibasa mo na rin at ito lang lumabas si Juan Paraiso. Good morning po HRM, Queen Salvacion Legaspi Espiritu Santo, and to King HRH, King Salvador Hans, and to all viewers, Patriots worldwide. Magandang umaga. Thank you sa iyo, Juan Paraiso. Maraming salamat. And back to you, Baidikay and Sheriff Pali Castillon. Back to you, Baidikay, as my moderator at the moment. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, The Majesty. So ako ang atong i-greet ng ato ang mga viewers. Thank you for viewing. Ma'am Maria Lynn de la Cruz, Richard Ligan, Belen de la Peña, Art Tuting, Andrea Cusipudot. Yes, Mr. Okay, padayon ako. Mary Jane Duyak and Jocelyn Duyak, Rumar Guevara, Josleth Cabilos, Harla Dimisilio, Jing Caballero, Ricky Villados, Ramel Guevara, Jovelyn Solon, Mary Ann Inoy, Lisa Viñas, Armando Mistillo, Fernel Digal, ug ingon man sa kay Major Ronnie Cadilinia o Usamis and his family, of course kay Joros, kanunay gud silang naminaw og nag-view kanato, The Majesty. Ingon man kang Lisa Viñas, Florencia Tamparong, Fernel Digal, Armando Mistillo, of course kay Sheriff Fanny, kay Toby Sil Reales. Okay, daghan kayong salamat sa inyong kanunay duyog dinhi kanamo sa amo ang programa kada adlaw. Ingon man sa atong listeners, labi na sa atong mga first timers nga mga listeners. So kanunayan na ninyo pagpaminaw ang amo ang programa dinhi sa 93.5 FM. Sovereign na ang inang bayan dinhi sa Iligan, of course with our very own The Majesty, Queen Salvacion Legaspi, Espiritu Santo. So daghan kayong salamat kanatong tanan kaninyong tanan. Og Sheriff, basi napakay parting or nakay gusto i-greet before
or extra, Sheriff Fanny Castillon. Take it away.
Kindly unmute your microphone, please.
Extra. Because we are now ending this program.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Dagang salamat. Sovereign na ang Iligan. Maminaw kita kanunay sa Sovereign FM station 93.5 simulcast at Ministry of Information and Communication by the Sovereign Host Nation, Kingdom Filipinas, and greetings to all. Back to you, Baidikay.
Okay, thank you so much and see you tomorrow and bye-bye Ciudad sa Kaluwasan, Ciudad de Salvacion. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you, Bye Michelle.
Okay. 93.5.
Maraming salamat po sa walang sawang pagtangkilik at pagsuporta sa The Filipino Times featuring the Divine Legitimate Government, Kingdom Filipinas, and the Sovereign Host Nation. Kami po ay lubos na nagpapasalamat sa walang sawang pagsubaybay sa aming mga programa sa pagsiwalat ng katotohanan. Nawa po tayo po ay magkaisa para po sa isang layunin upang maitaguyod ang inang bayan bilang isang makatao, makadiyos, makabansa at makakalikasan, malaya at nagkakaisa. Maraming salamat po.